All right, I decided to make a little bit more in-depth video on this guitar. I get a lot of questions about this guitar. People see it in the background of my videos, and they always hit me up and ask me about it. And they always ask me, some certain questions about it. So let's just go through it. This is a 1996 Epiphone Gibson Les Paul Standard flame top. I'm not sure what they call this color. It's not really a cherry sunburst. It's kind of darker than that. And it's a really cool color. I'm not a really big fan of cherry sunburst, but I really dig this. I bought this guitar used for about $169 at Guitar Center, and they had it listed as a Gibson Les Paul SL or Special or something like that. I guess whoever the kid was that took it in didn't have a clue about guitars and didn't really know what it was, so they took it in for 169 bucks. It did have the chrome pickups in it, or the nickel covered pickups, and it was all factory when I got it. But I had these old EMGs laying around, and these are the same EMGs that came out of the 1990 Washburn 901 that I sold to Nuno Bittencourt. The previous owner had put these EMGs in there, so I wanted to take the Nuno Bittencourt N4 901 that I had, make it all original. It did have the original electronics in the case, so I rebuilt that guitar, ended up selling it to Nuno, and I had these pickups laying around, and you could see that these pickups had the shit played out of them too. Look at this. Look how the plastic covers are kind of worn down on them. But that's a EMG 85, EMG 81. The cool thing about this guitar, it is wired to one volume knob. I removed all the other knobs, and I actually got these little plugs at Lowe's, and I bought like 3 or 4 different sizes, brought them home, found the one that fit, went back, bought a couple more. And it's just so I've got one volume knob, and there's just all this is more flat, and all these knobs aren't in the way. It's one thing I hate about a Les Paul is they've got too many knobs for me. I just need a volume knob. I'm not going to use a tone knob. Also, the secret to playing EMGs, wire them to one volume knob, wire it straight out the jack, get rid of all the tone knobs. A tone knob on an EMG actually just kills the sound on it, just kills the signal. And I'm that way with any guitar. Most of my Les Pauls are wired up with one volume knob, and even if they do have all the knobs here, just the volume knob is wired up, 3-way switch straight out the jack. And it just gives it more power, gives it more gain, and whenever you have it going through all this other crap, it just kind of degrades the signal. So yeah, this is just your standard Epiphone, nothing fancy about it. Cool thing about this one is it's got a really super oversized 50s neck. Most people think that a thick 50s neck will actually slow you down. It doesn't for me. I've got a normal size hand, but as you can see, it fits me perfect. I mean, I can reach all the way up here. No problems whatsoever. It's fits my hand fine. I can understand if you had tiny little feminine hands, how you'd want a thinner neck, but the thicker the neck, the better for me. But yeah, I love this thing. It's got a really, really awesome flame top on it. Hardware is super clean. I haven't replaced any of this. It was just a really super clean guitar when I got it new. Took the pick guard off of it. Put some black pickup rings to match the black EMGs. All this is blacked out. And it's just a really awesome guitar. This is one guitar that I'll never get rid of. Because, like I said, it only costs $169. And it is one of the best playing and sounding guitars that I own. And I don't know if someone did some fret work to it before I got the guitar. It does have a little bit of fret wear on it. I'm not sure what the setup was on it, but it just plays so good. And you can tell these old late 90s Korean-made Epiphones, some of them had the Gibson truss rod cover. But Grover's on the back. I mean, you just can't beat it for the money. It's just a workhorse, and I love this thing. And it's going to be in the family for a long time. If I actually was a playing musician and out on tour, this was definitely a guitar that I would take with me because it's just so awesome. It sounds so good. And these older EMGs, these are early 90s. This is a 1990 EMGs. Yes, they do sound a lot better than the newer ones. I think they took the newer ones and tried to make them sound more like a normal pickup and make them sound a little bit bigger. I prefer these. I want a real EMG from the early 90s. I want that original EMG tone, and that's what these have. So yeah, take a minute to subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, click the like button. But yeah, definitely subscribe. We appreciate the support. And yeah, this is a 1996, I believe, Epiphone Les Paul Standard. And its nickname is the Bastard. Have a good one.